Are you looking to save money on your divorce? I'm Rob Rosenthal with AskTheLawyers.com, and New York City-based divorce attorney Chaim Steinberger has this advice for you.
So I'll give you an unconventional answer on how to save money on a divorce. Many years ago, when collaborative law, so the best process to use for working these issues out is collaborative law, capital C, capital L, and it's mediation with protection. Mediation where you come in and you don't have a lawyer sitting at your side. How do you know if you're making a misstep? And once you build on that misstep, it may become really hard to undo it. So I like collaborative. So whenever I mediate a divorce case, I beg, borrow, and plead for the parties to bring their lawyers in the room. Cost a couple of dollars more, but in the long term, it pays off. The lawyers are sitting in the negotiation room, in the mediation room, and they see when somebody, when they make a trade-off, they see why they're making the trade-off. And if a client's about to make a misstep, they say, "Excuse me, Mr. Mediator, let's step outside. I need to explain something to my client." And so that's a protected way of getting it done. When you have a lawyer, the biggest sort of time drain and therefore money drain is when the client has a lawyer start and stop and start and stop. Every time you pick up a case file, it takes a certain amount of time, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour, to get back into the groove of things, to remind yourself of all of the aspects of this case. So when you have a lawyer start and then they need a document or they need some information like, "Oh, let me get that for you," and now the lawyer puts it down and 3 weeks later you come back with the information, now the lawyer has to ramp up again. That is incredibly expensive. Don't do it. Other than that, what can you do? Play a smart game. If you play a bad game, if you teach the other side not to get along with you, then you've taught them to make trouble, and that extends it, that draws it out. It costs you more money. Be reasonable yourself. And so knowing what the law is, I tell my clients the best thing you can have is have your spouse represented by a good lawyer. Two good lawyers who know what they're doing, they know what the law is, they can sit down, they can work things out. But get a lawyer on the other side who doesn't know what they're doing, and they think that non-issues are issues and they miss the most important things, but their lawyers end up hurt, but they also end up hurting the other side. When the other side lies, cheats, and steals, unraveling that, unpacking that, demonstrating it to the court. I've made people pay when the other side has lied. I've made them pay in court for doing that, but that becomes expensive. So what can you do? Play a smart game. I got a woman a Jewish religious divorce, and when 6 others weren't able to, and she said, "I'm the divorce whisperer," because she said, "I had the perfect blend of iron fist and a velvet glove." She says, "If I would have been any softer on him, he would have bulldozed over me. And if I would have been any harsher, any tougher with him, then I would have provoked a backlash from him." So treating people with dignity and respect so that they don't make trouble just for the sake of making trouble, so that they don't feel like they have their masculinity involved. They don't feel like they have to make trouble just for the sake of making trouble. And so that you can work things out and help the other side give you what you want, so that you can work things out in a quick, efficient way without causing more trouble for yourself and for your children.
For more information on how to save money on your divorce, visit AskTheLawyers.com.